Oh, are we recording?
We are.
Oh, welcome back!
Welcome back!
I have to put my glasses on. Okay, so...
We have a better camera.
We do. And we pressed record this time.
We did.
Tell the people what happened last time.
So we had recorded, and it was great.
An entire episode, even.
Yeah.
Which one did we do? Oh, we did Wives at Work.
Wives at Work.
And lost the whole thing.
Whole thing gone. So.
We just talked to ourselves. Like a married couple.
Ew. Speaking of married couples, though, today we are going to do a How Well Do You Know Your Spouse? Is that what it's called? How well do you know me? 25 questions to get to know your spouse. This should be fun. We found
know
this.
Each other at all.
No.
Let's give a little background.
Okay.
We matched about 4 years ago on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
We've been officially dating. We don't really know.
Yeah.
Maybe. We got engaged 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we've been married for like 10 months.
Yeah, almost a year.
Mm-hmm. Yay!
And I love personality quizzes.
Oh, same. That was like one of the first things we did when we matched.
Yeah.
Was all of those, like, INFP, the Myers-Briggs one, Hogwarts houses.
Obviously.
We're both a pair of Hufflepuffs, in case it wasn't incredibly obvious from this room.
I remember, I think even while we were still dating, maybe during the zip code arrangement. We'll have to explain that at a later date. But during the zip code arrangement, I think I was still on Plenty of Fish because I loved the questions Plenty of Fish would ask. I would go through and answer them for myself, and then I loved going and looking at what people wrote.
I have never been on Plenty of Fish.
Oh, you should. It's great fun.
I thought it was for old people.
Oh, well, I am an old people, so maybe it is. I would definitely recommend it. It's incredible people watching. That's how I ended up on Tinder in the first place. And now I got this one.
I was like, you highly recommend Plenty of Fish. You didn't find me there.
True. But that's why I was on Tinder.
I guess if you're just trying to...
I mean...
If you're trying to...
Oh, good lord, woman.
Can we say that?
I mean, you just did.
For those of you listening to the podcast, I made a scissoring motion with my hands.
Oh, Lord. You need to scoot up. You're not in focus.
I don't want to scoot up. I'm comfortable.
Yeah, but you look pretty in focus.
Oh my god. I look pretty out of focus, too. It's a drag queen trick. Rub some Vaseline on that camera, girl.
Alright. So, today, in the spirit of personality quizzes.
Yes.
That I love. Obviously, as lesbians, we love, astrology and all that. So, of course, we love personality quizzes as well. I found this one on BetterHelp.com.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Not sponsored, but if you want to.
They're one of the sponsors of the podcast I was just listening to.
Oh, really? What podcast is that?
Race Chaser.
I know what it is. Race Chaser.
Woo!
Also not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but we do love them.
We do. So, how well do you... 25, how well do you know me? Questions for couples.
Okay.
You want to go back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start. Why not?
Are we going to do all 25?
How about you just pick and choose?
Okay.
We're going to skip this one because we don't need our full Christian names.
On the internet?
I mean, they're on the internet, but we don't need them on this.
Okay.
My name's Amanda.
My name is Grace.
Okay, good. We both knew that about each other. Check.
And my middle name is one of the 4 middle names that white girls guess. If you comment it down below, I'll like whoever is right.
Oh, we did get our first like the other day. It was very exciting.
Yes.
I went to Grace's
desk. Our first comment. We got our first comment.
Comment. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I went to Grace's desk and I was very excited. I was like, oh my god. All right. Let's see here. What food do I hate?
Tomatoes, onions, cilantro, mushrooms.
Yes.
Sometimes we've had one good instance of mushrooms.
Just one. That's it.
And you're allergic to cabbage, but you still eat it.
A lot.
You're also allergic to blue cheese.
Which I don't eat.
No, but I do.
Yeah. Green peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There are no supreme pizzas in my future. You hate cilantro as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also mushrooms.
Yeah.
This works out well for us. Watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Blech.
Don't like watermelon. Don't necessarily always like cooked carrots, but I don't think that's a hate.
No.
I feel like I'm missing a really big one.
Oysters.
Oh. Oh, see, I don't like oysters either, so that would never have occurred to me.
My turn.
All right. That's a pretty good one, though.
Aw. What did we do for our first date?
I
left Amanda in the airport for 4.5 hours.
Oh, this is true. I flew in from... Thankfully, I had not flown in from Canada. I flew in from St. Louis, where my parents live. And Grace was trying to buy a car. The worst decision ever. Don't even know why this was happening.
Sorry.
She's so riveted by this story. And she went to go buy a car, and it was taking longer than she thought. And all of a sudden, I was sitting there for 4 hours at MCO.
I can't believe this wonderful, beautiful human being just didn't think that she was being ghosted, which she absolutely wasn't. But my anxiety-ridden self, 30 minutes in, would have been like, well, this bitch isn't showing. She sat there for fucking hours while I tried. They kept telling me that my car was about to come out, and they're like, it'll be 20 minutes. I was like, that was 50 minutes ago!
I mean, to be fair, what else? I mean, I do have friends here in town, so I guess I could have called them.
Yeah, babe. But into the story of what we actually did when I finally picked her up.
Yeah.
I took her to Dandelion Cafe.
Yes.
Rip.
I mean, for good reasons.
Yeah. So took her to a quality vegan cafe here in Orlando, and then we went thrifting, because we are good lesbians.
We are good lesbians, because to compound our good lesbianism, we were thrifting for outfits for 90s night. For the Orlando Pride game that night.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, really set the tone for our relationship.
I mean, vegan local restaurant, thrifting, women's soccer game. No wonder we're married.
Yeah. Your turn.
I need bifocals. What are my favorite pastimes?
Reading. World of Warcraft. Any project you can do with your hands. So sometimes it's cross-stitch, sometimes it's knitting, sometimes it's crocheting.
I don't do any of those things well, but yes.
Any and all Flash games you can download on your phone. She'd never met an app she didn't like. Gardening.
Yes.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Baking bread.
Yes.
Singing.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of singing.
I do like singing. I would say yours. TikTok, Vine. Vine is a favorite pastime. More particular, Vine compilations on YouTube. Mm-hmm. If you have created a Vine compilation, my wife has watched it.
But they have to be named things like Vines that cured my depression, or Vines that understood me when no one else did. It has to have a ridiculously long title. If it's just like Best Vines Ever 2018, I'm like not interested. But if it's like Vines you can't show your dad because they hit too hard, I'm like, ooh, what's this one?
Wow, that is incredibly specific.
They
Reading.
all have incredibly specific titles. Anyway, sorry.
Like, obviously reading.
Yeah.
Um,
Look at these glasses. Obviously reading.
I was
Because reading is what? Fundamental.
I was telling her the other day that I think she enjoys, like, one of her favorite things is the...
Speaking of reading, this is where Amanda reads me.
And this is not a read. Comment below if this is a read.
It's a little.
It's not a read.
It's
Grace really likes the process of creating. Like,
planning a project.
Planning a project. Not necessarily... Like, she has a Cricut, so not necessarily making the t-shirt, but she loves thinking about the ideas for the t-shirt and, finding the images, finding this, setting them up. That you really enjoy that process, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It a little bit makes me sound like I don't have any follow-through.
I mean, I think that's wrong. I think it's very cute.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, because you're stuck with it forever.
Forever.
My turn.
Sorry.
What is my favorite song or artist? Yours are two vastly different ones. Gladys Knight and the Pips, and
Yes.
your favorite song would be Midnight Train to Georgia,
Yes.
or anything Nicki Minaj has ever been featured on.
True. Accurate. Yes.
She loves a Nicki Minaj feature.
And then we could throw in a third very much...
Ivan Icewine?
Oh my god, Ivan Icewine. I'm going to link Ivan Icewine down in the comments below, in the description below, just so everybody else outside of Vancouver Island could experience this fabulous young man. But I was going to say Percy Granger's Lincolnshire Posy. More specifically, Movement 2. Yours?
Vampire Weekend Sunflower.
Oh, yes. Accurate. Yours?
Not the Post Malone Sunflower. Vampire Weekend Sunflower.
Yes. Yours would be Billy Joel entire discography.
Yeah.
Most especially Downeaster. No. Vienna.
Yeah.
Any what at one point in time was probably like an Ivan Icewine SoundCloud rapper that has then polished their act and been made famous.
She's talking about Ash Nico.
Yes.
My wife is reading again.
I'm sorry, but am I wrong?
You are wrong. She did not start out on SoundCloud.
I said a version.
And she's the only one I like. She replaced Kanye in my...
Oh, that's true.
Because I was on a huge Kanye kick, and now he's just done so many unconscionable things that I can't even enjoy his albums anymore. Even though Ye was like... That was my shit on repeat.
Yeah. Like, literally on repeat for an entire summer.
For an entire summer. It was like an entire 2 years.
I was just here for the summer.
But... Yeah, but he's done so much now that, like, listening to his music isn't as enjoyable because I'm like, God, he's just done so much bullshit.
Yeah. That's
you
fair.
doing?
I was just checking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you like those new artists, like those...
Yeah, I do like when somebody is featured on TikTok and then I, like, fall down the rabbit hole
Yes.
of all of their stuff.
So like a modern version of SoundCloud.
Dodie was another one that I found on TikTok. Like, obviously she had been well known outside of TikTok, but as I don't listen to, like, the radio, I don't go out to clubs, any of that stuff, TikTok is where I discover new music. So, yeah. I'm old.
Again, it's an updated version of SoundCloud. I'm sorry. I don't think that's...
It's not. SoundCloud is different.
I know what SoundCloud is!
You sound ancient when you say that it's an updated version of SoundCloud. It's not.
I am ancient.
Okay, keep going.
What are my main career goals?
Professor.
Yes.
Professor, being able to put on stage productions. Maybe not even necessarily having to be a theater professor,
Yeah.
but being able to teach and mentor people and then also being able to do theater.
I think that is incredibly accurate. Because I could see myself being a history professor.
Yeah.
Theater history. I can see that.
Yeah. You're a theater history professor every time we go on It's a Small World. Did you know that when they run around the clock, it's like the Italian Renaissance plays?
That's actually Pirates of the Caribbean. But you know what? Never mind.
Okay, have fun with the rest of the video.
Get your booty back here. Grace's, what did I say? Main career goals. Author. Bookstore. I think you would love to have... I know at one point it was the bookmobile, which I think is also part of that. But having the bookmobile as a part of the bookstore that could then go out and do, like, events for kids.
Oh my god, I love kids' story time. It's so much fun.
I could totally see that happening.
Kids, you can sell a kid any kind of story and they will believe it with their full heart, with their full chest, and they will tell it back to all their friends.
This is accurate.
I love it. They will do any stupid little hand movement that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And they ask the weirdest questions.
Which you also love.
It is just the light of my life.
I thought I was the light of your life.
That too.
Alright. One last question. Your turn.
Okay. I have to unlock your phone because it doesn't know my face.
Sorry.
If I could be any animal, what would it be? Amanda would be a black lab.
I would. I would be a black lab.
House down boots. She is that, your personality is a black lab. I mean, hard worker, go-getter. A black lab is a working dog, and my wife is a workhorse. But she also knows how to have fun and lounge around, sprawl out on the couch.
This is accurate.
Enjoys the finer things in life, like a warm, sunny spot to stretch out in. I could be talking about a dog or my wife.
Who knows?
I mean, not so much like the retrieving ducks or anything like that, but,
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that part.
You're good at retrieving food for me, so... Yeah, my wife is a black lab. You would be a black lab in a heartbeat.
Which I love, because black labs are my favorite dog. You would be a cat. You would be... There's a couple specific... That is a really difficult word for me to say. Specific types of cats you would be. One, you'd be a stray neighborhood cat sunning in the driveway.
Oh, yeah. A vibe.
Yes, like the ones in our neighborhood. You would be... You've said it before. Bookstore? No. Antique store cat.
Mm-hmm.
Owned by a gay couple.
Yeah, so, my ideal, reincarnation is there are some great antique stores in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm from Nebraska. So when you're in Omaha, there's one, in the old market. I can't remember the name of it, but you kind of have to go almost in a basement. They actually have the piano there from when Lady Gaga shot her You and I music video. So you go in there, and it is just owned by an older homosexual couple, and there's a gigantic cat who roams around, and there's, like, a little handwritten sign at the checkout counter that's like, the cat lives here, like, don't...
Yeah. I think that's a very integral part of if you were an animal. It needs to have that handwritten sign. Either, make sure to close the door, the cat is fine...
The cat's not dead, he just sleeps very soundly.
The cat is not dead. Please don't feed the cat. We've already fed him today.
Yeah. Or the cat is real, he's not stuffed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites that you see at, like, old stores.
Yeah. Or you would be, like, not a shelter cat, but Grace used to work at one of the shelters here in town, where she would be like a cat cuddler.
Volunteer,
sorry. Volunteered at one of the shelters here in town, in which she would, like, play with cats. And you would be that grumpy cat that did not warm up to people.
Requires extra socialization.
Yes.
There would be some where all we would do for socialization, like to start getting them used to people, is just like open the kennel and then just sit in front of the kennel while they would just like swipe at the back of your head.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be you.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, that's a little bit of get to know my wife.
And if Sherman was reincarnated as a different animal, he would be the grumpy old man from Benjamin Button.
I don't know that I've seen that movie. Sherman is the old man from Up. Also a movie I haven't seen.
Yes, he is the old man from Up.
Sherman is an old man. And stop.
Full stop. That's a great place to stop.
It is.
Thanks for
watching. You can obviously like, comment, subscribe. You can find us on Facebook at Bredson Family. We have our website, bredsonfamily.com. And Instagram, Bredson Family. It's a pretty one-stop shop.
Hi.
Thank you.
If that didn't record, I'm going to jump.
Please don't do
in
that.
front. I'm going to go play in traffic.